Welcome to Level Up, where you get sorry everyone, it's just that Super Street Fighter 4 came out this week. This just proves 90% of video game webcomics right when they say that given any success in the Street Fighter series, Capcom will milk it for all it's worth. Coming up next month, Street Fighter 4 Champion Edition, Street Fighter 4 Turbo Remix, and Street Fighter 4 This Is the Last One, wink wink. Don't believe me? Well, I'm gonna reactivate another to look at Street Fighter 2 Special Champion Edition for the Sega Genesis. So you're probably asking, what does the Champion Edition even mean? Well, a quick bit of research tells us it's like the original Street Fighter 2, but with the 4 boss characters become playable. Really? You need to rush a new title for that. Furthermore, a later edition would add more characters, so why not just wait a bit, release just one new game, new characters, and all of them playable? And heck, why not just call it Street Fighter 3 while you're at it? Was the title 2 really that great? This, and the system it was released on, just made people not care once the real Street Fighter 3 came out. Now, I have said it many times, I don't like fighter games, but every time I say that, it comes with a game I really like. Well, time for me to talk about a fighting game I don't like. The big main reason I don't like them is because the moves are always hard to pull off. The Genesis actually made this worse, since there are only 3 buttons on a standard control, unless you got the special 6-button controller. This means to switch between punches and kicks, you need to press start, making some of the moves near impossible now. But for some reason, even if I read how to do the moves, no matter what, I can only pull them off like 5% of the time, and I just don't know what I do different than the other 95%. This is made worse by the fact that the computer can pull off any move it wants, no problem, and that you don't have a move guide in the game. I have to say it, the characters are bland. Half of them can be described as a fighter. And since most of the stages are in streets, I guess we have our title. Forget that. I don't want just fighting in the streets. Give me something more if I'm not going to be able to do anything spectacular. I want more than fighting. I want kill. I want to know that there's death at stake in this fight. I'll take some Mortal Kombat. Here's Mortal Kombat 2 for the Sega Genesis.
Excellent.
I know, it might be cliche at this point to put these two against each other in a review, but they were actually heavy competitors at one point, like Mario and Sonic, and when I picked a team, I said Mortal Kombat. Why did I enjoy playing this game? The exact reason I introduced it. Bloodlust. Yeah, this is one of those games that led to the creation of the ESRB rating system, and with good reason. Every punch sends blood flying, and some of the hints are brutal. And we can't forget the fatalities, a wicked finishing move that violently destroys your opponent in unique ways. Sometimes I'm still happy I lose, even if I die by fatality.
Bloody.
Graphically speaking, Mortal Kombat was just amazing. Sure, Street Fighter's sprites look good and were smooth and all that, but I remember turning on Mortal Kombat 2 and thinking, holy crap, real people! The sounds are also superior from Street Fighters 2, but that's by comparison. But just the thought of realistic people fighting like that was what I enjoyed. Though honestly, most fighters are far from real people. They start off as human-like, but their skills, training, appearance, and other attributes suggest otherwise. A lot are just fun to play as.
Outstanding.
Midway Games may not be the greatest game developers, but they kick Capcom's ass in the fighting game department. Both games are good 2-players, have good button response, hit detection works right and all that, but Mortal Kombat makes you enjoy everything, even while you're losing. I'm not saying Street Fighter 2 is flawed. No, they did everything right and pretty much became the basis for fighting games from then on. But I have 2 comments for that argument. I'm not a fan of fighting games, and you shouldn't be celebrated for not screwing up. You should be celebrated for taking it a step beyond. Also, I didn't appreciate being jerked around with the re-releases, even though they're doing it again now. I give Street Fighter 2 Special Champion Edition 6.5 and Mortal Kombat 2 8 levels out of 10. I'm Leo Melanson, and now you know the score.
Fatality.